Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there.
Oh, this is what took so long. This is what took so long, baby. Listen, House of Milan, I told you I was going to get your nails up in here, sister, and I certainly meant it. But we tried the super glue today because I have been practicing with these. On top of me doing this sort of like reaction review situation that's been taking place over here, I understand now why people are obsessed with nails, but I'm going to say that this is difficult. Matty didn't have his clothes on first. I didn't have my clothes on first, everybody. So if you want to know why this is a later review today, that's why. Because if you could imagine me having a shirt stuck over my head and me losing my grip on reality at the same time, yes, that's what it was. These were the nails I was supposed to wear during my performance, but they fell off because I had this little nail tabs and they weren't doing it correctly. They weren't. So today, we're going to be talking like this. We're going to be doing a lot of that. If something flies off, it was meant to, because this one pinky over here is giving me a lot of trouble. But I want to make sure I give somebody the shout out that they deserve, because these were the nails I was supposed to wear, and I'm going to wear them today. And I might be wearing these every now and then because I'm feeling my geesh nowadays, and the girls are going to be talking about me. Anywho, we're talking about All Stars 8. Why am I starting this off this way? oh. Look, I can't even open the shirt because these damn nails. Hold on. Yeah. Can I get this side? Oh, Pangina. We're going to talk about you today, sister. So good to see you. I'm going to let this pinky go. I'm going to let the pinky go. Y'all, I need at least one finger. To work with today. We're going to just have this one. Scoop. It's going to give very scary movie too. It's your boy, Matty Rants. Thank you for tuning in today. We are going to be talking about All Stars 8. I was a little behind when it came to the Untucked of it, but actually we're going to get the Untucked happening here today. We're going to do both episode 1 and 2. I'm going to actually narrate the hell out of this for y'all, because I'll start with episode 1 Untucked, get into episode 2 of All Stars 8. We're doing it in order, and then finish it with, of course, All Stars 8 Untucked episode 2. I'm going to do a lot of this. Be tired of me now. There they go. Listen, there they go. Hi, baby. Thank you again for your nails. I am still learning to work these out. The super glue trick, shout out to my queens that gave it to me, is perfect for me because they do come off a little bit easier, but they still hold very nicely. So we're going to talk about it today. But thank you, baby, for the nails. Shout out to House of Milan. I don't know how Jamar does this. I can't do it, baby. I can't do anything with these. You should have seen me trying to get to this video. I was like holding stuff all funny and things. I couldn't do nothing. But listen, we got lots to talk about. This Untucked for episode 1 was ridiculous on behalf of Alexis Michelle, and clearly the Broadway diva is right back into the scheme of what the fuck is going on here. And then also we got to get into this episode 2. I enjoyed this episode, to be honest with you. I'm an SNL fan myself, so I was here for the RuPaul's Drag Race version of that. But I also was a little sad at what the results were, and 2 people in particular that I felt But to be fair, just like I said yesterday, I wish they would do a point system with All Stars, but I get that there's still drama. And I'm also happy with how Untucked is going to go, where each and every episode, we're going to see the eliminated queens still walk the runway, which I'm like, oh, I thought we were just showing photos. So I'm like, okay, this is good. This is good. This is good. Let's go ahead and get this started today. It's at Matty Rants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the Matty Rants. You can find that on the description down below. If you grab a branch and you eat some fruit, it's a little bit of Mativia. It goes a little poop, a little something like that. all of that, find that in the description down below. I also do reactions on Patreon. This reaction for this episode will be up a little bit later today. I actually already finished editing it, and I'm editing the Untucked episodes as we speak. Episode 1 is already up there, but for as low as $1, you can certainly yes, for as low as $1, you can go ahead and enjoy over 300 now reactions on my channel. There will be Espana, there will be Yellow Jackets, there will be Bad Boys Texas, but I'm asking for 2 days, please. I haven't even taken a break yet. I literally was out in LA doing this and everything else and then some, and I still haven't had a break yet. So I'm asking and begging and pleading for people to be kind to me when they sort of passive aggressively try to tell me what's going on, nothing's here, when in reality I've been doing a whole lot. So please give me Tuesday and Wednesday off of no filming, nothing, and I'll be back Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for reviews. Please and thank you. Okay. I have the worst headache right now, and I'm just trying so hard to still give you content and, do everything else at the same time. So please, Cameo also will be bookable on I'm not also will be, but I am bookable on Cameo. So if you find me on Cameo, send me a request. I'll do something special for you. Nothing nasty. Okay. I want to answer this question. I think it's a good question and it's a fair question, but I want to make sure that I give you an answer and that we don't ask me again. So Crafty Dale, why won't you use the name Matty Rants as your drag name? I think it would be cute. And they were screaming in the audience at the club. Here's the thing. Whether they were screaming in the audience in the club for Matty Rants or not doesn't take away the fact that that's not who Matty Rants is. See, as Matty, this is still an extension of Matthew. Okay. And this is just my extra self that I like to do when I talk about videos as far as with drag and this, that, and the other. But Piece of Cake actually is a very sensitive creation for me, Crafty Dale. And it's very personal for me because of how it came together. Because I had another drag name before Piece of Cake. And so when I moved to LA and I began this journey of really trying to go there, Piece of Cake was created at a very late night one time, sitting in a room full on LED and going over who I wanted to be and where I wanted to take it. Personally, I like to have a separation of the two. So that way, MattyRants is not an owned entity by World of Wonder, but Piece of Cake could be. You see how I can separate the two things and I won't have to be restricted for things that happen in the future because I've separated Pizza from MattyRants. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I think it's cute too. If RuPaul said Matty Rants on the show, I'd be happy about it as well. But in reality, I like my name and I think it's sickening. So I kind of get upset when people ask, why am I not doing this or why am I not doing that? When in reality, it's just for the simple fact that I try to keep things separated business-wise as well as entity and personality-wise. Pizza is not Matty Rants. Does that make sense? When I'm in Geesh, I'm not him. Okay, this is me showing you a little extension of that, but I'm just keeping it 100 on that one. Okay, so I love my name. I love every queen I met that I told, because they didn't ask, "Oh, are you Matty Rants?" They said, "Well, what's your drag name?" Every single queen, and I said Piece of Cake, and everyone loved it. So I personally love my name. I think it's kitchen. I think RuPaul would live and breathe for it versus Matty Rants. I hope that answers the question. This Pizza is an artistic, Peaza, by the way, is an artistic impression of Matty, but not the full Matthew. Exactly. Like Matty Rants is. Exactly. The closest you get to the personal side of me as outside of this is Matty Rants. But Piece of Cake is the feminine rise that I've always had inside that I like to push out because I've had to keep it locked up for so long. But now she's coming. But thank you for asking. Just to clarify, they're the same people, but not. I have a lot of personalities in my head, but we're not considered crazy. Skylar, thank you so much for the super chat. I just have to say thank you for being the literal best. You have helped me get through college and are the program I turn on when studying. Pizza for the win. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm happy you're getting through college. College was a bust for me. No shade. For anyone that can go through school for another 4 to 8 years, depending on what you're doing, I give you all my love. I'm trying to get back there, but my patience is so, You see how long it took me to do this. Okay. Now, I do want to do a disclaimer because I mean, Craft, you got to think about this too. Like, and this goes to everybody. You know, when you get on the show, like everything changes. They have to sign a whole lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait, I want to have things that are separated so I can come back to YouTube and be not in trouble for doing reviews still or whatever, because I wouldn't be under the Pizza brand, AKA I wouldn't be in drag. See how that works? So there you go. But yeah, I can't wait for that merch. That would be fun. Like this extension of the two that's coming out there, like I'm holding a piece of cake or something like that, and Pieces holding a microphone. That would be the tea. Auntie Joyce, you know I love you. You know I love you. Listen, I heard Peas, I heard Rant Pack, I heard a lot in that audience. It was great. Jerry, I see you on my cash. Thank you, baby. I finally get a live shout out. Sonia, thank you so much, baby. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much. Listen, let me get my disclaimer out there because, you know, we're going to have some opinions today. But nothing is meant to be malicious or to malign anybody. No ill intent. Please do not be hateful to the people that we're talking about today or the show that we are discussing. With that being said, disclaimer. This program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign any religion, race, company, individuals, or wigs. All opinions expressed by MattyRants and program participants are so their personal views and do not reflect the opinions of every human being on the planet. No hate should be sent to any of the shows or individuals mentioned on this program, so please don't be a jerk. And if you feel uncomfortable after viewing this program, consume some Activia and have yourself a good poot. Or you can just go to dragqueenmerch.com and buy my merch at dragqueenmerch.com. Just type in Matty Rants and it'll take you there. Stickers are available in the US only. Just want to give a heads up on that. But everything else can be shipped. Oh my goodness. But I would check the website for the rules that apply, especially in locations that may not be available. Other than that, thank you for so much for tuning in today. I'm so excited to talk about today's episode. I just watched it a couple of hours ago, as well as Untucked. I have some opinions, things to say. Wow. Hey, no honking. If you want to drop your boy a tip in his jar, just like Sania just did, thank you so much, baby. Please do me a favor. Do me a favor and drop it in the paypal.me, the / of the Matty Rants, the cash apps of the signs that are the dollar of Matty Rants, and the Venmo of the dashes Matty of the dash rants that you see down below. All that down below will get you where you need to go. Is this what nails do? Is this what nails do? You have your hands like this? Why? I want to hold my hands like I normally do, but I can't because the nails are there and I don't know what to do. That's why I have to get ready. I have to do it like that. I have to just prepare myself. This is why people are obnoxious. You see what happens. Okay. Let's talk about this today. Once again, that video about the full piece of cake experience and how everything came together will soon be happening. Just be on the lookout for that. We got to go a couple of days before we get that here. And then once I get that footage, we'll go there. All right, here we go. It's hard just to type. It's like tap, tap, tap. Okay. I want to start with episode 1 Untucked because it's going to go right into episode 2 for All Stars 8. Now, Darian and Monica were in the bottom, but Monica was having a very real reaction to the situation at hand because, it seemed like it was going, how do I describe it? Candy made a point about it feeling as if it was do or die for Monica with the way she was describing how this was feeling. And like she had nothing to go back to. And I was like, I don't know if she said that. I didn't hear that. But maybe that was something that wasn't really put into the edit. So it made me think like, ooh, Monica could have really been spilling here. And we got a light conversation. We got a light moment of that, right? Monica was nervous for the competition for the first episode. It showed in her face when she was doing all of her runways, and it also showed whenever it came down to the performance. That was what was important. And in this moment, everybody wants to give Monica some time to breathe, talk it out. Candy clearly is going to be moderating every Untucked. I don't know if Candy, you're moderating every Untucked. I need you to understand this. Episode 2, it was so severe. Every question that was asked came from you, bitch. I was like, oh, okay. Thank you, Brantley. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you. But it was like, okay, Monica, we're here. I want to hear what Monica has to say. Because in reality, to be honest with you, I didn't feel Darian was going to go home. If I was to vote, and I love Monica, I would have to be fair in my assessment here and say that I think she was the worst based off of all of the things that were taking place, personally, for me. So I don't know if anybody was catching this or thinking that maybe Alexis was just crying because she was emotional over, Monica and Darian being that position, because in reality, no one said anything to Alexis until Alexis had to say something herself. And you know what, Alexis, I'm not coming for you. I really hope you don't think I'm about to drag you. This isn't season 9, and this isn't season 9, sister. I know how I was with you. I'm going to talk about your ass, though, because this was fucking rude. I'm going to be very real with you. This is rude. This was some weird shit. Man, I'm shocked nobody clocked you. I am shocked nobody clocked you, because I'd have clocked this. I'd have been like, now, Alexis, this is a lot for safe. And I get that you had a weird season of you being tacky, but like, it's obvious that you spent some good money. You spent some damn good money. Like, and you shouldn't even be questioning yourself at this point in time. I get it. It's cute. I hear you, but like the way you sobbed, the way you just did all that, girl, I'd have wore you out. I'd have let you have it. I'd have been like, and scene. I would have made a whole bit of it. Like, no. And scene. In one take, Alexis, congratulations. You got that cry in. The fuck? And the way she tried to like turn it back around to Darian and Monica made me sick, girl. I guess I was riding y'all's wave. The fuck are you talking about? Ow, bitch. You were like a high position. You were literally in a high position. They literally gave you praise the whole episode. And you over here sobbing? This is weird. That should have been next day. That's hotel room tease. Like, no, like, I'm being so serious. I like her. I like Alexis. I think Alexis is killing it right now, to be honest with you. Alexis is eating it up. Her runways have been just perfection. This last runway, live. But are you serious? Oh, please. I'd have wore her out. This is no way. Oh, I just want to, it's like, I'm like, let's talk. Let's do the whole scene, y'all. And I'm going to do it. It's not verbatim, but this is how it went down. Okay. I'm going to do the whole scene with you. Here, Alexis, you'll be my scene partner. Okay. I need a tissue. Hold on. Oh no, we're going real scene. We're real method acting today, kids. Oh yeah. It's really a lot to take in, because I was so concerned, that they wouldn't receive me. Bitch, did you hear the air explode out that tire? You would have thought that Firestone tire blew out. You would have thought this was some sort of year ago when Firestone had all those troubles with their tires, bitch, and everyone's cars were flying off the road. This was giving me that tease. This was giving me, I lost the crash test rating and my car sales are down. It's giving me no one is actually making Pontiacs anymore tease. I really didn't understand it. Grown man. I was like, what's going on over here? Empathy my ass, bitch. You wanted some time. That's that. You know what, Alexis? People did drag you your season, and it wasn't just because you were tacky. It was because you were also delusional in the fact that you felt that people should have been actually telling you what to do in a competition for fucking money. Crazy. So here you go doing this, and guess what? It's funny because we all get to talk about it. I understand you were emotional. Look at me doing this. I'm trying to be fair. You were emotional in this moment because you didn't know how people were going to receive you, but you saw yourself in the mirror. You look good. You look good. So guess what? If she does this again, I'm not going to be mad. It'll give me another chance to impersonate her. So yes, this was annoying, but also entertaining as fuck, because it's like, really? But this also made me mad because it's like, now, baby, someone actually is going home today and you're not a part of that equation. You're a part of the decision making to send someone home. Silly. Now let's go through the faces in the room that I found to be particularly hilarious in this moment. Naysha Lopez was all of us. If only she could see her own future. Whoop. Candy also was. Candy is so messy. Candy, you're fucking messy, bitch. I would talk about you for episode 2 and how you produced a whole scene between Heidi, Naysha, and Lala. Candy, the producer muse, is in full effect, everybody. Please be aware. LJB, thank you so much for the super chat. And the off Broadway awards go to. If it was just Jack, I would just not see it. That's a great Will and Grace reference for those of you who got where I was going with that one. Let's continue on. These nails are making it hard to slide across. How y'all go to work like this? Dear God, listen. I've been waiting for the next Addams Family movie to arise. And if it's a drag production, I'm nominating Kasha Davis as Uncle Fester. Because why not? In an all drag production, it's already there. Look at you. Look at you. Mrs. Kasha Uncle Fester Davis. Listen, go on, sister. Kasha, I know you were tired too, sister. Because actually, there was a point when she looked over at someone else like, is this really happening? I know Kasha too old for this bitch. You feel what I'm saying? Too old for this nonsense. Like, I should make a video of me trying to roll like a bleezy with this, right? I should totally make a video of me trying to roll with this. That might be Patreon only content right there, y'all. It really might be. Because I was just thinking after this video, I would like to roll one and get my little, relax on. And I'm thinking maybe I need to go live on Instagram real quick and like try to roll one. Okay, after this video, I am going to go on Instagram and I'm going to try to roll a bleezy. So if you want to join me on Instagram after this, I'm going to position the camera down and we're going to see how I do. Oh, that's funny. Okay. That's funny. Come on, Jinx. Anywho, I was here for this Kasha Davis and this foolishness here. James Mansfield knew what was happening, took a sip of her drink and said, here we go. It's the Broadway diva giving us her full spin, baby. I'm telling you. You would have thought they finally gave Miss Mama a fucking Emmy all the time she's been nominated. Susan Lucci. Look at this. Like, and you're literally safe. You were high that week too. That photo was beautiful. Man, what does your mirror tell you, Alexis? I need you to buy a new mirror. If you having all this, I need you to find a new mirror. I thought I was watching Midsummer. You know the scene I'm talking about. When they were sitting in that room. Why? Just a whole lot of white women just crying, sister. You would have thought that Jonathan Majors got off with Matt. It's you. Not even 20-something minutes in. Disclaimer: this program is for entertainment purposes only, and content is not intended to malign. You know the rest. All right, had to throw a Jonathan Majors joke in there. Where am I going with this today? I'm having too much fun. Thanks for tuning in. 324 of you here. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I'm a little kooky sometimes, and I say some things, but recognize this is all for entertainment and nothing should be taken seriously. For real. Like, seriously. A Jonathan Majors joke and a Midsummer joke within 30 seconds. I'm that girl. All right, let's move on. Ari Aster, eat my... anywho, let's continue. Pushing forward with this. I think my middle finger is the best one to use. Jessica Wilde. Did you... Jessica. Why does Jessica look so disgusted? You would have thought Alexis like farted or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what'd she do? She said, this is a telenovela. What is going on? Anywho, did I have anything else to say about this episode? Oh, again, I guess I'm riding the wave that you are on. Like, what? What? Like, so you're riding the wave of them being in the bottom and possibly going home to you being given positive critiques. Okay, you know what would have been fine for this moment with Alexis is if she just went somewhere else and like somebody was talking to her, you know what I mean? Like she had like one person she was cool with and they had like just a moment like I'm just so happy that they thought I looked good and maybe cry. That would have made sense. But it was like right here in the middle of this. I don't know. I get it. I would be happy too if I had like a really shitty, experience for my first season on, doing drag, but you were high safe. As a matter of fact, y'all, let's take that back. She wasn't just safe, high safe. Like she was good. Like there was no worries, mama. You were good to go. So happy to see Let It Go. Adita Menzel up into the workroom. She gave some really good advice, and then she seems to be honestly like a good warm spirit. So it's nice to see her outside of the judges panel giving the queen some love. This is all I'm giving for the All Stars Untucked 1 episode. Let's actually get into episode 2 now. Now we're on episode 2. Winona Beauregard. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm late. Those nails are everything. I got to do Coco. I got to do Coco Kane. Are they? Because me and Jamar were talking about this today. I was asking him like questions. You know what I mean? That's all. I was like, girl, what do you use? He's like, okay, well, I put the nail glue on there because I want them to stay. And I'm like, bitch, I'm trying to have these on for maybe like a couple of hours. And they'd be like, no, come off because I need to get back to my man hands. But anywho, I gotta daintily scroll up. Thank you, button. Appreciate you. All right, moving on. 324 in the room. Thanks for being here. We are now on to episode 2 of All Stars 8. We just finished talking about Untucked for episode 1 of All Stars. Hit that like button for me, please. Hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Shout out to House of Milan, who's in the chat here. These are their nails. Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they gorgeous? Look at that pinky. That's puss on it. Yes. You will be seeing her nails on this season on a particular contestant. James Mansfield wore them for the last episode. Did you know? Did you know? Did you know? So shout out to House of Milan. There you go. You're more than welcome, baby. So listen, flat hair, don't care. Channel's Beyonce wear. Kahana Montrese. I made that up on the fly. Has to wipe away some, possible, B negative blood that's happening here. Kidding. It's lipstick from Monica as she went home. And of course, everybody's a little sad because Monica had a, very touching story and they wanted her to stay because they all need chances. And this is why I said All-Star 7 has spoiled me. And I want the All-Stars format to change for all of them. All of them. Please, and just do a point system and then get to a final episode. If you're going to give secondary prizes, all right, as a matter of fact, yeah, let me get on my high horse real quick. Hold up. I don't even want this up while I'm talking. Let me do this for like 2 minutes, okay? Just so I can explain my point. I'm doing too much. Please, I just wanted to have the point system because I think eliminations should be for the regular seasons. For me, a regular season is when it's like, all right, the do or die phase. All Stars shouldn't be do or die. All Stars should be showcase of everybody's talent. Just like you did with All Stars 7, get them to the finals. You give them prizes now because now you're giving the fan vote. No. This is how that should go. Since you don't do Miss Congeniality, since you don't do Miss Congeniality, that's the fan vote. The 10K should be Miss Congeniality because if you're really going to give that much money off of a possibly rigged online situation, you need to do it for like that, like the fans of the fan vote or whatever. They get their contract with Olay, they get $10,000. The fans are happy that there was also some name that was given recognition. Now, if you want to do this double 50,000 and then 200K, we like that, but do it with the, okay, now we're going to get to the lip syncing off and we're going to go there. Okay. That way everyone shows what they got. It doesn't seem less rigged. And it's just that. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I wanted to say. And I feel it's better as for storyline progression because we have a lot of people in this cast who can give multiple viewpoints for more than just 1 or 2 episodes. I believe that Monica Beverly Hills could have done something really great in 8 later episodes. And I think the same thing with the person we're going to talk about today. I'm fine with the way it is now. I'm just speaking on behalf of future seasons. I have made mentions of shit like this before, and they have followed that. Yes, you have, World of Wonder, you have, but still, I'm just saying. Because the fan voting thing makes me weird. It makes me feel uncomfortable because it's like some people are just asses and they'll vote just to be funny and troll vote, and that's not cool. And also, does this apply to the top 4 if they don't win? Because if, say, a particular contestant doesn't win and they got to go all the way to top 4 and they ended up getting the $50K, it feels like that should be for people who aren't in the position of being that close to the ground to then be given the $50,000 versus it being the eliminated queens. Because if you don't win, that's all I'm asking. I'm sorry. I know it sounds like I'm complaining about the whole situation, but it just, for me, like, I want to be a fan and watch them grow and go, even with this being All Stars. Yes, it's supposed to. You just never know. Sometimes it's just not your week, and some of the episodes aren't catered to you. And we know that for the regular seasons, but I don't know. Just want everyone to get their fair time. That's all. Right. So the fan vote, I feel, for All Stars should be more of a congeniality thing. And I think that their top whatever situation, like 200K, should be the winner. And then the 50K should be the secondaries from those who didn't make it with the point system. Because it was fun for All Star 7 for me. That's all. All right. Back to the show. Apologies. Just want to make my point there because it's like, you know, that part. Super chat, thank you, LJB. Is the difference between competition, places, scoring, etc., compared to a produced show that only has to follow their own rules? We say follow their own rules, but those rules change. You feel me, LJB? Which is why sometimes we go, okay, what are we actually grading this episode on? Because last week you were grading it on this. This week you've changed the grading system and it's no longer about what happened at the beginning of the episode. It's now only this much. Like, for example, what is the portion of the runway? Because it seems like the percentages change every week based on who they like. And I'm not saying that it's rigged. I'm like, okay, so this week the runway saved her, but last week it didn't save this girl. Oh, okay. That's all. That's all. Moving forward with this one, of course, Kahana is happy that she did very well in this episode. You know, her last season wasn't the best. You know, it wasn't the greatest time of all, but we need to get to the lipsticks and who picked who. We have 7 for Monica and 4 for Darian. Now, Darian Lake finds out that it was, of course, Monica Beverly Hills, but Lala Ree, Candy Muse, and James Mansfield voted for her. I mean, James was being funny about theirs, but it was just very much, you know, a note for Darian that they are not completely safe in this competition. I'd also like to say that I'm happy that after the first episode, it's not a complete everybody voted for one person moment, because a lot of times with All Stars they played this everybody let's be safe, let's do this, we're gonna go all in the same. Let's get messy, let's get rude, let's get messy, let's give reasons for why we're doing what we did, let's not take it personal, but let's also like make it seem like possibly someone else could have gone home that week. Like I enjoyed, I was like, oh, we got a little mix up there, it was a little change in the atmosphere. I have a feeling based off of the voting for this week, a particular queen is going to be in trouble, because I saw who voted for Kahana and it wasn't that many people. And one of the queens who voted for her has not done so well. And I'm like, ooh, if you're in the bottom next week, girl, you might go home. I'm just saying that could have been a vote for somebody else. You got to play a good game. Do you go with the group? Do you go with your heart? It seems emotions are in play when it comes to voting. And I like that. I like that the people playing a fair game only want a particular person to win. Oh, I like it when it gets crazy. I like it when it seems like something different's going to happen and it's not always going to be up to, you know, that one person who made 7 sock accounts so they could troll and spam people because they're mad because life has not given them the chance to go see their favorite queen because they're too busy sucking, excuse me, James Mansfield. Where did I go on that tangent? I don't know. Keep it going. Winona, I'd agree. Let me tell you something. I don't care if me and Jamar Anastasia Nova and Piece of Cake ever got on that show and we ended up on some all-star situation and it's voting, I don't care how many times Jamar has been in the box. I wouldn't care. You think I'm sending him home? This is a game of strategy. She's been low all week. I'm not saying that would be Jamar's case. I'm just giving you a scenario. He been low this entire time. He ain't winning. Keep that. That's one reason. And two, it's my friend. So that's just not going to happen. I'm thinking of multiple reasons for why. Oh, no, well, they ain't going to pick her over me at the final. So bet that she can roll up here with me. That's fine. Let's roll together. Hey. But I ain't sending her home. If that other bitch has been close to me, oh, that's a perfect time to send her home. Slice. Perfect time to get her out. Perfect time. Captain Sully, the group seems like they will go against what others believe is the popular vote, and I like that. I agree too. You know what else? Let's keep it there, Sully. It feels like it's going against the toxic online vote. Do you feel me? Because it's like, well, that's not fair, and that's not fair. I'm like, how old are we? What grade are you in? You don't know what fair is, okay? Life isn't fair, and that is literally one of the most used statements ever, but it's the truth. Life is not fair. Anything can happen at any given moment and can completely flip you up. It's how you handle situations when they come at you that makes a person. So we shouldn't have things look very cookie cutter and easy. It should be very difficult sometimes. Like not everything has to be sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes we like a little cloud. We like a little rain. We like a little thunder, a little boom. Anywho, James Mansfield is funny. I hope they keep James for a long time here. I really, 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 really do. I hope they keep James for a while because James is a hoot in the confessionals. Crown, it just sounds so lovely with my name. Crown. James is a hoot. I've been enjoying James this season. Kasha Davis was found missing this episode and robbed. I would say your runway is what ruined your Kasha. I'm going to call it. Had you had a better runway this week, they would have talked to you. You did 2 characters in the SNL skit, and they both were funny. I am shocked. But I hated your runway. No shade, sister. At least the bottom half of it. The top half I was living for. Downstairs, I said, now what is happening here? But Kasha had this one moment about the room giving RuPaul's innards. That's it. I was like, what? That's it. You will barely hear of her for the rest of the episode. I was shocked. I was like, oh my God, they're sending her home soon. I hate it. I hate it. I'm so angry because I said they're going to send her home soon. This is what the edit is giving. They're not saving her for next week to talk. They're gonna, you had this. This is it. It's all you got, sister. And then you saying, I'll take Barb. That's it. You had your moments in Untucked, but I was mad for Kasha Davis. Y'all know I love me some Kasha. I love me some Kasha Davis. So I feel Justice for Barb has now transferred itself from, Stranger Things to RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm concerned for my older sisters on this season for some reason because I don't know how they're playing this out and how, the judges are going to feel about it. And I do know that Kasha and both Darian give a version of drag that I appreciate and love. And it's timeless and classic. A lot of the stuff they do with Kasha mixing camp in there and Darian doing sometimes the same. But like, what is it that they're looking for specifically? I don't know. We'll get there in a second. Ooh, hold on. I need a little water, y'all. Give me a second. Let me go get some water real quick. Hold on, babies. Hold on. Let me get some water. I didn't think this through. Oh dear. All right, because I'm not shameless. Let's try to open a bottle of water. This is my first time ever having nails on, mind you, like this. So let's try. Is it gonna be? Is it just this? We good here? I don't gotta do nothing else crazy. Hold on. I want to do this so bad, but we good. Oh, we good. Oh, bitch, fuck. Okay, shut up, Matt. That's not. I'm doing too much. Shut up, Matt. I think the rolling's gonna be harder. Because like how am I supposed to play video games with the? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think we might be fine. Speaking of which, if anybody's playing the Street Fighter 6 open beta, let me know, because I'm going to try to stream that on the channel for late night gaming for when that comes out. I think it's coming out the 19th or the 21st of May. So if you're playing the online beta, let me know. I'm not sure if we can play each other, but I'm going to be playing it, practicing Chun-Li and Kimberly. Okay, let's continue. The following day presents regular clothes and babies out of drag. Love it. We love it. That's what we do. I'm now realizing this feels like a Raven wig, don't it? Like a helmet, kind of, possibly that kind of tease. DB Cami is my main, but so is Chun-Li. So since only Kimberly and Chun-Li are available, and I only play with women characters. I play with male characters every now and then. I'm that kind of gay. Okay. That wig is upstairs, ain't it? Okay. I like the short wig on Ru personally, and it's nice that she's changed this up for her confessionals, since she was wearing that same wig with that same backdrop for like 7 years. But I'm kind of here for it. I was here for the whole little look. This is Raven, bitch. That might be Raven. Hell, that is Raven. Look at her cosplay, playing a black woman. Go on, sister. Oh, she want to hear that. I bet. I said sister and Raven the same sense. I'm kidding. RuPaul in this blue suit tells these queens that they're going to be doing a maxi challenge that is based off of SNL Saturday Night Live, which RuPaul has actually been the host of. Yo, they cut one of RuPaul's skits that was so funny. It's this mining episode, this mining company one. I always watch it because it's based off of Dynasty with like what's her, Diane Carroll, and the full bit. You have to watch it. You have to. It's on YouTube. And I wish it was a part of this. I didn't know why they cut the skit for time. It's like, this was funny. It was the funniest skit she did the entire night. You have to watch it. It was his name, Bowen, Yang, and RuPaul. Yes, they were. Oh, it was so funny. I hate they cut it. You need to watch it. If you've never seen it, please. Because it's the straight guys in the background also like commentating on the fight. Ooh, it's getting big up in here. Bruce is about to put the hurt on him. I heard you. They're doing a full scene. It's so funny. Alexis versus Dominic. Exactly. Please, go watch it. Go watch it. So funny. Anyway, so it's RDR Live, sketch comedy show based off of SNL. They're literally doing a mini episode. It's so hard to pick up this phone. I have to do everything like this. It's so funny. Oh. And of course, if you don't know SNL, there's always a cold open, which they do like a skit. It introduces live from New York. It's Saturday night. And then they do the cast listing with this band. And of course, it's the host. The host then opens the show. There's normally a little skit that's already laced in between them, introducing themselves to the live audience, to then going into other skits as well. A lot of the skits that they did do this week actually were based off of other skits that have happened on the show. For example, the Jersey Girls one was 2 things in one. It was the Maya Rudolph and Amy Poehler skit when they were like, yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I forget the whole bit of it, but they're like always talking about, you know what my husband did today? What did he do? My husband, I do Maya Rudolph. My husband, Morty, yeah, you know what he did? He dropped the kids off. Drop the kids off where? Wait, at the grocery store. I asked him, Morty, what you want to do? It's very much that kind of cheese, right? But it also was the same from the Bronx. There you go. But it was also another skit that Mike Myers used to star in when they were Coffee Talk. That was that. There you go. There you go. There was the Mike Myers one back in the day when it was like they used to have guests on. It was like, oh, they did the full bit. And then they had Maya Rudolph and Amy Poehler do one of those ones, right? It was those two put together. So when I saw the skit, I was like, oh, this reminds me of that one. A couple of the other ones, like they have like advertising skits they do. They're supposed to be based off of commercials, this, that, and the other. And then, of course, the weekend update, which is one of my favorite parts of SNL, is when they basically read news articles in a very comedic form and, sort of throw their little dry jokes in there and this, that, and the other. So I'm a fan of SNL. I've actually always wanted to be on SNL. It's been one of my like bucket list life goals. If I can't be a part of the cast, at least host one time. If I ever got super famous, to be a host of SNL would be a dream come true because I love sketch comedy and I love improv. I would have had fun with this challenge, and I have 3 different parts I would have chosen, and I would have chosen Pussy. Yeah, that was his name, Pussy Jones. I would have chose that character, and I would have done it justice because Hannah, I was upset with you. I know you had a tough day, baby. I was like, what the fuck is this? Anywho, let's get to it. They're going over the roles and they're going through each of the parts here. So we'll start with the Jersey talk show sketch. 2 Jerseylicious divas who are obsessed with all things Michelle Visage, Tangerine, and Margarita. Alexis starts reading the role. If Alexis, if you prompted this beforehand, I'm telling you, the editing team is playing with you right now. I'm going to tell you this now, sister. It was as if they read the roles and Alexis starts immediately reading the character. I was like, didn't even give nobody a chance to think about that one, did you? Darian jumps in. It's like, oh, well, I guess we're going to give that to you two since that's just perfectly there. We'll work it out. Then there was the Call Girls Landscaping Services. It's a commercial sketch for a landscaping company with Fern and Jasmine and satisfied customer Barb. So Jimbo and Jessica want to take it because they feel they're very slutty and funny, and that's sort of Jimbo's shtick. And then, of course, Kasha Davis is like, I'll take Barb, which ends up being very much like a one of the actors on SNL, but you see them more so play the side gigs. They're not normally the main punchline in the skits, right? Then you have the opening host monologue, which Candy wanted to do. And I looked at her strange for that one. I said to myself, Candy, did you think you were going to be in the top with that? It's the opening host monologue. That's rarely ever good. Rarely. Ever. Good. It's rarely ever good because we don't expect them to be good at the opening monologue. It's always normally like, okay, glad to see you here. Let's tell a bunch of bad jokes. I wish she had chosen a different role, personally. I wish she did I wish she did the Pussycat. Ooh, I think Candy would have killed that one, in my opinion. I thought she played it straight this week. I was like, now, girl, you could have picked a bigger role. I didn't see the monologue for her. I didn't see the monologue. I didn't see it. But I did enjoy how she did. I didn't say she did bad now. I'm just saying if she wanted to be in the top this week and have a conversation, I feel like it should have, look at me. I feel like she should have taken the role of the cat lady because that actually was something they were looking at and focusing on. And they probably were looking forward to that character. You see what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? She picked a safe role, though. It's a good safe role. It's a good safe role. Okay. We get to the QNN news update with Newsacre 1, Newsacre 2. We already know what that is, basically reading news clips and making your own jokes about it and all that kind of jazz. And then there's Pussy Jones, who is a cat. What's cat, honey? Why I got that C in there? Cat. Oh, I want fried chicken today. I bought groceries, Matty. Cat activist who is also a cat. That's the punchline. Heidi and Lala wanted Anchor 1 and Anchor 2. Lala said, I'll take Anchor 2, whatever, call it the gap. Oh my God, I just realized what I did. Oh, Heidi, don't be mad at me. That was stupid. Oh, that was stupid. Y'all, did you hear what I said? Oh, that was corny. Heidi and Lala will take Anchor 1 and Anchor 2. Lala said, I'll take Anchor 2. That's going to be a gap. That was corny. I know. Bad Maddie. That was corny, girl. Anywho. Now, the next sketch is the cold opening, which has let's see here, the CDC, which is the Center of Drag Control, Dr. Ouchie or Uchi, excuse me, and Dr. Blackwell, which I would assume means wide hole, deep, wide hole is what I'm assuming with that. Just round there, like that. Okay, almost said something gross. Plus 2 people who are going to play like folks just like, what's going on? What's wrong? What's that kind of mess, right? Basically, the news anchors are going to play those positions is what we find out. Now, James Mansfield wants to do Dr. Ouch. She's already got this down, but no one's chosen Dr. Blackwell, who's more so the scientist in the situation, okay? Scientist is the key word, ladies and gentlemen. Naysha Lopez, anybody that was listening for the role. Scientist. Oh, God, this is where I got a headache. Heidi wanted the anchor one, and so did Naysha, okay? Now, Naysha pulled I'm just going to be fine with this. Listen, before I lose any more viewers, we got 400 plus in here. Thanks for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for tuning in today and for appreciating my corny self. For those who are not, why? But I love y'all. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, drop a tip. Let's keep going. Heidi asked, hey, is it cool? Are you sure it's okay? Heidi, let me ask this question to you. Did it matter? What was Naysha gonna say? That's my question. What was Naysha gonna say? Because if she had said, no, I really don't like this part and I'm really mad that I got it, were you going to change your role of her? I thought that was kind of stupid. No shade. I love Heidi, but I was like, why are you asking her? You got your role. Shh. I wouldn't say nothing. Let her sit there in her stew. Because here's the thing. Heidi, she then took this moment to like kind of cack you a little bit, girl, and played well, when you got talent, you ain't got to worry. And I thought that was so funny, Naysha, because when you said that with your head down the entire time and didn't look up even afterwards, I knew you were still pissed off with the situation. Like, I knew you were still angry at the situation because clearly that's not the role that you wanted. I thought that was so funny. Well, when you're talented, I said, well, sister, this is an acting challenge. What are you talking about? You're angry, and we can see. Let's keep it going here, everybody. Becky, thank you so much for the love on Venmo. I appreciate the tippy poo. Glad I got to meet you again at DragCon on Saturday. Also, those nails are everything. Thank you so much, Becky. I remember you on Saturday. You were the first person I had met when I was standing in that line. So all my love to you, Becky. I do appreciate James Mansfield for helping out Naysha Lopez in this moment because it did seem like, ooh, this is going to get worse. It's definitely not going to get better in the situation because when Naysha started doing her character, was anybody else like, uh-oh, it looks like there's gonna be trouble. I felt bad for Naysha. I did. I was like, ooh, this is bad. She started doing this character with this voice and all this kind of stuff. And I was just like, what's happening here? What's happening here? I was like, what? Like, what is going on? And I'm thinking of the role. It's a scientist. It's a scientist nation. A scientist. I was like, no. I just knew. Like, how? What? Oh, Lord. I mean, that may have been funnier, Christy, if she did do a lot, like if she did her voice like this with the role. Well, it seems that with all of the things that are happening around drag and all of that stuff, there's going to be a problem with the equator. But like that may have been funnier, but for me, I needed her to take the role into a different position than where she was going. Because thinking of that character, I didn't think of Vocal Fry and Tara Reid. I don't think Tara Reid thinks of Tara Reid. You know, like, why go for a failed actress? Ooh, that was rude. But true. Why go for someone whose claim to fame was 1997 to 2006? Sharknado was the last of, you know what I'm saying? Like, do you all remember that movie where she played like an archaeologist? There's a movie where Tara Reid played an archaeologist. I kid you not. Dead ass. Like worked in a museum. Now, ma'am, who gave you that? I will never forget that movie was out for 2 weeks and they had to take it off. They were like, nah, bitch. Nah, baby. Nah, baby. Was it called Alone in the Dark? Was that the movie? I forget what it was. I was upset. I was like, she's what? She can't even play a sober person. Now, hold on. Life has changed. Let's not do this. I'm talking about old stuff. Bad, Matty, bad. No shade to her. She knows what her life's been like. Like, let's be very clear. She wakes up every morning. She knows what's up. She knows the tea. A good bad time, Nicole, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I wanted her to think a little bit more clearly with her character. And I think with James giving her notes, James gave great notes, but I also wanted to see James do their characters to sort of see if Naysha could like play into that role. Because I would have thought with how James was doing theirs with the voice and the not begins with, you know, very much this kind of thing. She sounded like Natasha Lyonne, but with like less cigarette-y. I assumed they would like play that, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. Let's keep moving here. I said, oh, poor Naysha, she's going home. Now, for some odd reason, with Naysha in the role that she has, she now found interest in the other group, or a producer told her, start talking to other people. We're bored. Now, Candy put on her producer hat here in this moment. You being messy, bitch? Wait, hold on. Naysha, how do you feel about your role that you have? Are you confident in it, sister? Well, no, I'm not confident with the role I didn't want. Well, you should blame Heidi for that. I said that now Candy done threw Heidi up into this mixture. Well, actually, Lala also with her role. Lala said, I already had my role together, baby. It was y'all too. And all that. And in this moment, I knew that our good friend Candy Muse, look at this face. That's satisfaction, children. That is a satisfied mug. That is I did that. I ate that up. I did that. Because all Candy did was smile. That was so funny. I said, oh, you set that up quick. Cute. Oh, shiggity. We went too fast here. Heidi was a little bit, you know, like, well, damn, we're going to throw me off a little bit, sister. Hey, when you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, okay? Mm-hmm. Rich, I agree. I love Candy's shirt. It reminded me of Houston in the early 2000s, child. Everybody had a shirt that had some spray paint and some extra shit on it. It gave me very early 2000s when Soulja Boy was still likable and people, you know, yeah, he was still likable back then. They're very unlikable now. Oh, this hand works better than this one. Anywho, Heidi, your hat's so cute. It's a little butt. Do you see? It's a little animal butt with the paws. That's so cute. I think that's adorable. One of my favorite SNL actors or comedians that has been on the show. They have one of the funniest Snookies. If you have not seen Bobby Moynihan Snooki, you need to. Or Drunk Uncle. Snooki. There are so many different characters he's done on that show. I think he's one of the legendary children of all SNL. I live and breathe for this guy. He's so fucking funny. And he's just naturally funny. Bobby Moynihan, everybody. Love him. It's the drunk uncle for me when he's like, like I'm a huge fan of this guy. Like I think he's great. Great. I love SNL. I really do. Every now and then they get somebody on there who finally gets their flow going. For example, what's my girl's name with the steak skit that they've now done twice already? And she's rubbing the steak out and she's like, I'm about to get this steak together, and shaking the table and all that mess. Like she's really coming into her own now too. She's one of the new ones where I'm like, okay, she's starting to let her flow. They're letting her have her piece. And I'm glad Keenan is still on the show. Ego. Yes, Ego. I love her. Love her. And they're letting Keenan write some of the skits too. I heard about that. And Keenan's still, that's my favorite. I love seeing Keenan on there, especially from the All That days. Isn't that kind of surreal for those of you who, you know, that grew up in my time frame that know of it? When Kenan Thompson was on All That, and then bam, we move on over here. You know what I'm saying? Lisa from Temecula. There you go, Donna. That's the skit. It's just surreal to see him like continue that success with this kind of comedy, and he's so good at it, and he's just is really into his element with the show. I can't speak on your regular show. I don't know if it was canceled or not. I tried to watch it. I couldn't do it. But it was nice. Kel made an appearance on one of the SNL episodes. It was really cool. I was like, I screamed. I was like, Oh, yep. I heard Good Burger 2 is coming. I'm excited. They only showed two walkthroughs. Why? I really want to know why that other one was left on the cutting room floor. Was it bad? I have so many questions. Like, are y'all not like me when that happens? Where I'm like, was it boring? Did it not add to the story? Did something shady happen? Was it not interesting? Were they going to use it for later? Why that one group? It didn't seem like they spent too much time with the other ones. And I noticed that this episode was like 5 minutes shorter than the previous one. So why was 2 minutes not get? Confucius. I am Confucius. I guess. I got to give some love here to Drew. I see you tipped me on Venmo. Thank you so much. Drunk uncle, literally a legend. Piece of cake knows. You know I know. Cut for time? Yeah, probably. But opinion holes, the only reason I don't say that it's cut for time is because like this episode, the other one was longer. So it's like, I don't know. Drag Illuminati, greetings all the way to you in Austria. Shout out to all my international fans out there and for my international family. Let's fuck the fan. Look, cut that out. International family, Rant Pack members out there. Shout out to you across the pond. I know it may be either late or early in the morning. So I say good evening to you or good morning, whatever time of day it is. Thanks for watching. Also, shout out to everybody who is watching this on a playback right now. I appreciate the love and for the support for y'all tuning in. Okay? Let's keep this rolling and keep this pushing on you. Do I have anything to say about this? Not really. Yeah, keep going. That was my point. Mm-hmm. Tom Hanks on Black Jeopardy is great. Oh, the Chadwick Boseman episode. So sad. So sad. Why do I do the, where do I get that from Got to Be Real for Illuminati. That's where I get that from. Y'all remember for Got to Be Real when they were talking about Beyonce and she's like from the Illuminati. Okay. So RuPaul tries her best to be funny here, and Bobby Moynihan gives the queens, who is going to be the guest judge this week, which is Robin Thede from a Black Lady sketch show. Also, okay, a Black Lady sketch show is actually funny, but not all the time, and that's just based on skits, and that happens with SNL too. So for those of you who watch a Black Lady sketch show, I have found it funny. I find that sometimes there are certain skits that I'm like, not so much. And there are other skits where I'm like, yes, it's hilarious. Super hilarious. I think my favorite skit from them is still from the previous season when they're at the nail salon and they were talking so fast. And it was like she was giving them the prices of what the nails were supposed to be at the same time spilling tea. Mm. Oh, Got to Be Real is one of that I grew up on. Got to Be Real. That was my going to the YouTube. I get that notification. One of the first things I used to watch every day. I would play it at my friend's house. We would play it over and over and over again. All right, Hate Retha. But it was, you couldn't sing the right note. But you couldn't find the right key. Ain't nobody talking to you, Tony Broxton. Mariah Carey to Christina Aguilera. You need to learn your homophones, bitch. When they did the crispy chicken, fresh lettuce. What? You are lying? I voiced Dionne Warwick. Thanks for your support. You what? You what? I love Got to Be Real. Let me find out that you really did that. Boy, let me tell you something. I'm not trying to say you did. I'm kind of gagged if you're in here like, what? Bitch, I lived for Got to Be Real. That was just one of my favorite things to watch. These bitches don't know that we are their mothers. Okay. I love it. Love it. Nope. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Nope. I was the voice and contributor. Appreciate you. Well, appreciate you. Thank you for your work. Like, good stuff. Okay. Yes, Black Lady Courtroom. Black Lady Court. That's one of my other favorite skits from Black Lady Sketch Show. But thank you. Honestly, you have entertained me for quite some time. Okay. What was it? Knock your lights out like the light bill. I forget the joke. And I have to watch it right now. But there was one of my favorite jokes that Dionne Warwick did when she's like, "Who could you knock your lights out?" When they had Maya Angelou come on there. Remember when Whitney Houston made her phone call from the dead? She's like, "All right, it's Whitney. Ha! I'm calling you from heaven. Oh, just to tell you how I feel about things. Yes." The way they did Christina Aguilera's voice was so funny too. Mariah, I'll take the top note and you can take the bottom. When they did Fantasia. I have to do it. Don't let her take nothing. She'll steal your joy. She'll steal the sunshine. See, you can be wrong when she was trying to say the words. Oh my God. Oh, I could talk about that show forever. Oh, Drewski, thank you for the super chat. With great power comes a great electricity bill. I'm about to knock you. With great power, comes a great electricity bill, and I'm about to knock your lights out. Ow! There's a coconut between us. Unlike the moon. Wait. She said, unlike the moon, I don't see you or crescent you. And then it was Aretha was like, see, that was for people who went to school. Oh, I can't. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do 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 do. Oh. Let's keep going. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm sorry. I apologize. Oh, listen, if you don't find it, Kiki Queen, because they had it all posted and then it went away for a second. I found some of them again. It's the Crispy Business is still the best episode. That's the best one. And then when they did Rihanna's when a hero comes along and everyone just staring. Or Shaka Khan or Christina Aguilera. See, you had no problem being a lady, but you went to Etta James' funeral and it was straight leakage. You say it was tanning oil, but it was straight leakage. Explain that. We need to get back to the music. Okay, sorry. Okay. Moving forward. James excited to do SNL. Lala Ree is a little bit nervous because the previous time they did acting, it wasn't really in their favor. You know, a lot of people are nervous. Naisha should be the most. No shade. I found it funny. They were talking about voting, like how they're going to vote today. And I'm looking at Naisha like, honey, you need to be worried about your character. Redo. Oh. Right, there we go. You wanted to take the top note, but you couldn't take a tampon to Etta James's funeral. That's the joke. There it is. You wanted to take the top note, but you couldn't take a tampon. It was straight leakage. Oh, because I always wanted to do that show. Because I could, y'all know I do impersonations too. So it was, I really wanted to do it like when I was a kid, when I was watching it. I wasn't a kid, I was like in my 20s or whatever, but I very, very, very much wanted to do it. Very much wanted to do it. I was like, who could I be? So, but I could have done Macy Gray. Oh, I could have done terrible Macy Gray, but it would have been a good Macy Gray at the same time. I don't know. Anyhow, let me stop talking. Anywho. Speaking about judging and how they're going to do these things, all of that, very much, what are they going to do, right? But in reality, I was so focused on how everyone was doing their beat, and this may be because of my drag con and my first full performance experience. So I'm literally watching Candy beat her face, looking like an ink blot, possibly for a test at a psychiatrist's office to make sure someone's not seeing things in between the sides and stuff. But then when she blended it out, I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense with how everything was done. And I'm focusing on how everyone is painting. It's so weird how I'm watching this show now compared to last season and the seasons before, completely differently. I'm just watching everyone beat their face like, oh, that's how she's blending. Oh, that's her just, oh, that's me. Now, Lala and Heidi have formed an alliance, but Heidi's also in an alliance with Candy and Jimbo for touring reasons. So it is a social game that you need to play, but I need to also remind y'all that everybody who had that same game plan went home because Taylor Hale is still the reigning supreme of Big Brother. And I don't care what anyone says, she's still the most highly supreme of all Big Brother, period. This is a Taylor Hale stan household over here. Don't talk about my girl. Don't talk about my girl ever. All right? Ever. Period. Thanks for the follow back on Twitter. But seriously, though, you do need to play a social game, but you also need to be smart because people will start talking. And for example, let's say Lala the next day rolls over there to Jimbo or Heidi and they're just having a light conversation. And it's like, well, me and Heidi have an alliance going on, but it's not including Jimbo. But Candy is fully aware that Jimbo and Heidi have an alliance, but yet Heidi now, do you see what I'm saying? You can't put your hand in too many pots. You have to play it smart. I would have said something about, I'm not going to vote for you, but I wouldn't have made it no alliance. I'd give her a first run. I need to see how the rest of them bitches going to do. Because it's definitely a bad idea because at the end of the day, when everything gets down to the wire, let's think about this, y'all. Let's say it's like 6 people in an alliance and that alliance has now found its way to the top 6. Now what's about to happen? You feel me? Feelings are going to get hurt. Also, if it's advantageous of you to keep somebody over someone in your alliance because of track record, and you would be a dummy to leave the person in your alliance with you because they're doing so well. See what I'm saying? It doesn't work out and shit can get very personal. It can get very personal. Okay. So for me, I would want an alliance, but I would want to make it with maybe 2 people and that's it. That would be my whole goal. I wouldn't whole goal. Okay, wow. It would be because don't keep it too heavy. You pick somebody who you know maybe a dark horse where they're having a bad day and good days, and you pick someone who you think is a clear favorite. That's how I would do it. Someone who I know is never going to be in the bottom, and if they are, it's a shocker. Someone who may be in and out of the bottom, but they will be given opportunities where if I don't do good and they do well, I'm not going home. That's how I'd play it. I would pick people who have different, someone's better at me than this. I'm going to do that. Someone who's not so good, but I need them. Need to even it out. My Libra scales are tipping. So I hope this doesn't bite any of them in the ass later. Let's get to the judges. I'm being so serious because that's how that happens. Once people get called out. Now, I think RuPaul looks good in this classic drag situationable shipwreck happening here. I think this is a great look on Ru. I love this hair. I love this wig. I love it. I think Robin Thede looks good today too. To this look. Michelle in orange. I think Michelle looks good. I don't know if I like Michelle in orange. I think Michelle's gorgeous, but I don't like this orange on her. I don't know why I don't like it. I just maybe it's the spell. I don't know. I don't like the orange on her. Michelle looks gorgeous though. I don't like that color. Yeah, I don't like that color on her. She looks washed because of the tan. Is that what it is? Yeah. Yeah, it's too close to the hue of that filter from a good Final Cut Pro situationship. That's all. I don't like that orange. Yeah, yeah. I wish she had did a green. To be honest with you, Michelle would probably eat the green color that she doesn't even like. I think Michelle actually looks really good in green, but I like RuPaul. I think she looks sickening. I love that hair. Let's get to the skits, everybody. Let's talk about the first group, which is the cold opening for the CDC. Now, I think that James Mansfield did damn good here. I like the voice that they used. It wasn't too heavy with the accent. It was just it had a little gruff every now and then, and a little bit of this, very much that little poker face tease. I was like, okay. James did their lines perfectly. They knew how to land their jokes correctly. I was like, okay, this is good. Now, Naysha, no. I enjoyed Amanda Seyfried in Mean Girls. I thought it was great. And I enjoyed that she could tell the weather by grabbing her right titty. You, why? And did no one stop you? Is the question. Now I sound like Alexis Michelle. I wanted so much more for Naysha. I feel bad for Naysha, but this was a choice. This was a choice. And not a good one. Why play a vocal fry scientist? And it didn't play off of James's character. It seemed like she was doing a completely different role. It confused me a tad bit. I was like, you're doing it doesn't even add up to the scene. I don't know what would you be I don't get it. Meanwhile, I was focused on James the entire time. I thought they were the best of the group, but to be honest with you, I still think Lala and Heidi played some good side characters here. Patients or other doctors are part of the CDC that are listening to the situation. I thought they were doing a good job for playing the roles that they did, but it was really James was the star of this skit. So I was here for it. Do you think so? Wait a minute. No. I want to give this some time. Honestly, her lines were hard to make them work. It spreads more than the peanut butter. Peanut butter. Come on. Like, how? I'll help you. I'll help you. If I was doing the character. It seems that a situation happening with the CDC. It spreads more than the peanut butter. You see, I would have taken the character into a sense of my shoulders are up, and I would have done a voice to give you some sort of this. And I would have had this character happening the entire time as I am discovering what's going on with the CDC. Do you see how that adds into James's character? James is already in that voice. I would have had my shoulders up the entire time and did Gilbert Gottfried, but less transphobic. That's how you make that work. And I'm not saying that you didn't have a point, but like, when you that also comes from experience with me, but like, you have to perform. Like, you gotta perform. I got a super chat up here I gotta get to. Hold on, I'm sorry. I hope that wasn't rude. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just like, bitch, when she was doing what she was doing, I was like, bitch, I would have wore this out. Like, come on. Mickey, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Matty, I missed the last live, so I didn't have the chance to tip you. And Miss Pisa, thank you. You looked amazing, and that leg was up there. Up. Okay. Much love and thanks for keeping us highly entertained. Thank you, Mickey. And I love that you have this character from Tom and Jerry. Oh my God, I think I know this episode. I was gonna say Looney Tunes, but no, that's a Tom and Jerry, but a specific art style that they were doing because it changed for a second. I hope I'm right, Mickey. Tell me if I'm wrong here, because it reminds me of this one episode where Jerry and this lady cat situation. My mind's starting to think, but thank you for the super chat. Wynonna, would you say Naysha did better than Kahana? I was more annoyed with Naysha than I was with Kahana, but I thought Kahana was giving what Monica gave last week, which was nothing. So we'll get there in a second because I'm gonna talk about Miss Kahana too. I love her down, but I was like, now what happened, sister? I'll show you what I would have done. But again, I wasn't there, so I don't know. And hey, you never know what's gonna happen. I could be talking all this shit, and as soon as I get there, choke. So, but yes, I would have given the scientist role a bit of this, a little more masculinity, and that a little shopping on there, and peanut butter. It'd have been stupid, but they would have got it. Taken off my clothes and been like, yeah, yeah. You know, it'd have been just foolishness. I was right. Toodles galore. Look at me. I still have that memory. I was like, wait, I know that art style. And that is definitely a specific art style from Tom and Jerry. I don't know if it was before or after. I think it's like the secondary phase that they had with when they were doing their animation styles. Mm-hmm. So I found a little bit of this last part was kind of cool. It's whatever, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of sugar. You know, Snips. There, that one dad over there. Yeah, you know, a little bit of that stuff. Chuck Jones, thank you very much, DB. I enjoyed his art style. Yeah, a little bit. Ooh, that now, Nick, that would have been funny. Dr. Zoidberg or Dr. Fry, what is it? Dr. Not Zoidberg, that's Futurama. Dr. Frank, Dr. Frank. That guy. Yeah, very that. Goodness gracious. The quantum physics, very that. Okay. I love this. This was kind of fabulous. I didn't think they were gonna do this. I thought it was gonna be very like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They did a full SNL moment, and I lived for this moment, y'all. I thought this was so dope. Like, dun 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 dun. Dun. It was just like Saturday Night Live. I wanted to be in this challenge so bad. Oh, I would have loved this. Oh, I would have lived my life with Naysha Lopez, Lala Reed, Heidi and Claus. And it was great. It was great. Drag Race, this has to be one of my favorite things you've ever done. I put that on God. I was so hyped for this. Like, what? They all got their little moments. It was so cute. I just thought that was great. Oh, that made me so happy. I was like, oh, this is cool. Mrs. Kasha Davis, I'm going to tell you this right now. They played you this episode even though your runway was trash. No, it wasn't trash. That's a lie. I just hated the bottom part of it. You are definitely one of the people I can see being on SNL from this episode alone. The work you did, especially that bar, bitch. That was so fucking funny. Almost stole the scene. Almost. I was like, oh. Oh man, Darian Lake, Alexis Michelle. Stephanie, I would be so down for another drag improv show, and not like the big gay sketch comedy show, but like a drag improv show. That would be everything. Drag kings, drag queens, maybe a couple of folks that aren't even in drag like that play the side characters in a couple of the scenes. I would be very much here for that. I would love to be a part of that. There's me. That's my submission tape. This was great. Dum, 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 dum. I love how they did Candy as the host because it made the most sense because that's how they normally. Well, I almost wish they did pictures though, like for how Candy. I needed them to do a picture for Candy, this week's host, and it shows Candy like in a pose. That was the only thing I wish they did different. That's the only thing. I was like, oh, you were almost there. Either way, let's talk about it. Candy did a good job with the opening. It wasn't the biggest role for me, so I wasn't like fully like, oh, like, Candy ate that up. I thought she knew her lines. I think there was a teleprompter to work with here, but she also held it together and it didn't seem out of place and the pacing wasn't wrong. So she played this very well. I just didn't think it was big enough for what we could have got Candy to do in terms of like that Pussy Jones role. I think if she had got that, Candy would have been the top this week to have a conversation about it because I know she wouldn't have messed that up. Why am I doing this? I'm ready for the comment that says Matty in the entire video sat here and showed those nails at every fucking angle possible for no reason at the time. I'm talking about Candy and I'm doing this. I just caught myself, y'all. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is killing me. Oh my God. I'm going to have to watch this back later because I'm like, oh my God. I'm annoying myself now. Okay, sorry. Katie looked good here too. I was here for it. Go on, Cam. Go on, Cam. Bitch, I'll be real though. The Kasha Davis coming in moment was great. This happens a lot when the host is hosting and, one of the actors from the show pops in like, hey, let me jump in the scene and start a little bit with you here. I thought this was really, really well. This is really, really well. Like I was impressed. I want to give my applause to these two. I thought this was great. It was clean and it was well done. And I thought Kasha came in and played so well off of Candy. This is why I get nervous because I'm like, see how if you give certain people specific like jobs to do or the challenges to do, they excel so well. And Kasha is a fucking talented queen. One more time. Kasha, they played you this episode. We barely got to see you in confessionals or talk about anything. You are amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. You're amazing. Love you, sister. I meant to pass by your booth at DragCon. I kept saying I'm coming back, and I kept getting, I got so tired. DragCon was dragging me. I'm so tired. But I've met Kasha a couple of times, and I still have her tote bag that I got from my first time meeting her, and she signed it for me. So gotta love her. let's get to the first skit after the monologue, which is the Call Girls Landscaping Service. Brilliant. Now, when they were given the note of playing more of a Bert and Ernie type of role with this, it was very, very smart. But for Jimbo, it was a little bit smarter because Jimbo knows subtle comedy very, very well. Woo! I love that Jessica Wilde was keeping up and Jessica Wilde was still going with the punches too. And I was here for Jessica's energy as she was the more like, yeah, kind of slutty girl. Like she's like, ooh, like all in your face. Where as Jimbo had seen some things, and you could tell, like even with their description of the character, it's as if she's got to make this money, but she's like timid, like she's almost like, like you know, like it's a little PTSD from the things that she's seen in life. It's the dirt on the titties. It is the smeared makeup. It was a lot to take in. It was a lot to take in. It was a lot to take in. I just enjoyed listening to them talk. I watched this skit a couple of times over, and I just paid attention to so many different things that were happening. It was like, wow, like this is a lot. I can't take it seriously. Oh, it was so funny. But I tell you what really brought me to what made this better was when Kasha came in. Kasha, you know, Kasha is shaped like Carl from fucking Aqua Teen Hunger Force here with this outfit. Like, bitch, hello, my name's Barb. It was so funny. Her like, oh, I loved it. Every bit of this. Jimbo making subtle motions when Kasha would say something, and then Jessica still like reminding herself to bounce, like, ooh. It's ridiculous. Hold on, y'all. Let me take a swig of some water. I love it when the sketch challenges and acting challenges are good. Like, you know, sometimes it's like, oh God, like where are we going with this? But they had some talented queens this season to work with this. So we were blessed at this moment. All three were great. All three were great. All of them. All three. When Kasha was like, check it, yeah. Not Phil and Lil's mom. Are you talking about Phil and Lil's mom? I can't. Oh goodness, not Kasha was giving me Squidbillies. Oh my goodness, that show. So terribly, terribly, terribly. I hate the art style, but I watch it all the time. See early? Now to Queen Network news. So I normally love the weekend update, so this is one of my favorite bits with Saturday Night Live. Now, where we have a problem, but not a problem here, is that Lala, your first joke didn't land with the timing. Her timing picked up after Heidi's first joke, and I caught it. It was the first time Lala did the joke. She missed the beat of how to do the weekend update, which is very much like read the article in front of you at hand and da-da-da-da-da-da-da, and then followed up with the dry punchline. Like that's how you have to do it. It's supposed to be a phonetic reading of the actual article, stop, adding in the joke. And it was missed the first time. She picked it up the second time and it got better the third time. I was like, okay, she rolled with it. So I was glad that Lala received it. But Heidi in Closet definitely is a watcher of Saturday Night Live. Definitely is a watcher. She did very Colin work with this one. And I was like, okay, this is Michael Shea, Colin Tease right here with the timing, how you're supposed to read it and put it in your own spin and then drop the punch. So I was proud of my sister here. She did very, very good. I was like, go ahead, Heidi. It was great. Lala just took a little time to get there, but Heidi, I enjoyed. I said, okay, sister. It was good. It was good. But yeah, Lala, I was like, man, get that timing back. She got it back. I was like, all right, we're all good to go here. But Heidi kept it rolling through. Now, My disappointment came from Kahana because to me, she was given the easiest role to act a fool with. Let me get my character together. I'd like to be on mute so I can clear my throat real quick because it sounds nasty when we do that, because I'm going to do how I would have done it. Okay. Hello, I'm Pussy Jones, and I have something to say, darling. Ooh, the kittens are out here in this world, not doing it for you, darling. You see, the problem is that I wanted drama. I wanted drama. This is the time to do Eartha. I don't care if Juju's done it. I don't care if Chi Chi, may she rest in peace, has done it. This is the time to do a little etiquette and bring it all back to something. When she brought up the lasers, I assumed she was about to start playing on the table. That didn't happen. She was reading jokes and not performing the jokes. And I felt bad for her because I think she was so worried about doing badly that she just wanted to get the lines out because she didn't miss her lines. She just missed the lines that were meant for jokes. Like, you had some setups, girl. Oh, the catnip joke. She's supposed to immediately lose her shit, and it didn't happen. Catnip makes cats go crazy, roll it, make the eye twitch a little bit, something. Crawl a cotton. Oh, Donna, I was waiting for this. I assumed she was going to get on that table. I thought we was going to do something. I was like, girl, like, what's happening here? She got in her head about wanting to actually do well. And so she read her lines just fine. She read her lines fine. She looks really good. Those are two good things, Kahan. But you missed the joke and you took it too seriously. So in the future, if this ever is something that you do, you got to really get in there. You feel what I'm saying? You had to think about it. Maybe that's something she should have asked someone for, like, okay, I'm reading my lines. Am I missing something here? Let me go back and forth with you. I'm wondering if they actually did practice with each other prior to this so they could figure out where the jokes were and see how people were going to respond to it. I don't know. Everybody's out for themselves too. I just thought it was crazy. I was like, girl, you had several jokes written in there for you. You could have just started physically acting. And that's why I said Candy, I think, would have ate this up. This is a physical role. It's a physical role with of course words, but each of the notes are all jokes, and she could have physically presented it while she was talking and just be complete fool. She also could have gave one of these kind of cats. My name is Pussy Jones, and yeah, I'm 17 years old. Sorry, it's a here, boy. And I need to talk about the activism that's happening in my neighborhood with my fellow cats. Like, that could have been something, but that's just me thinking from out the box. I wasn't there. I can't speak on that behalf, but these damn airballs just can't come out like they used to. Like, it'd have been something of those sorts. Had a little cigarette coming out. I had things falling out of my head, child. It'd been a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Bury that. No, I got it. Crash, I have always thought of this, but I just don't know how to get into it. But I've always wanted to do voice acting. Like, I would love to do voice acting. I do it now when I'm at home by myself. If y'all only knew, my friends will tell you I'm a complete goof. I'm always throwing a character out of there. Mariano, you see what I'm saying? Like, it give them depth, give the character depth. It's like, oh, I'm a cat activist who's also thinks they're a cat. Like I would be making up, Sonny, clear your throat, sister. You know, you don't have no hairball, but you want to. You pull out like one strand of hair. Oh, it just was so deep in my throat. Like, Jinx is a cat. No, Nikki, hold on now. Listen. One of these days, I'll have like a one-man show and I just do different characters on the stage and I just start telling stories because I was always inspired by Whoopi Goldberg's comedy because she's a storyteller with her comedy. And I thought to myself when I was younger, like maybe I'll end up like going on a tour and doing like characters through like my comedy. And I just start telling stories as those people. And that's the comedy because it's just storytelling, but like with different characters. I love that shit. So very much that. Mm-hmm. Skylar, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Y'all so nice today. Thank you. I appreciate you. Another tip for Alexis overly lotion. Overly lotion breastplate, the disconnection to her neck, and when she turns her head, absolute horror. You know, it was like watching one of Sid's creations in Toy Story come to life, or possibly a botched boob job, maybe even just to say really what it is, like the disassociation of it all, separation of breast and plate. All of that. Damn, that was good. Okay. Sorry, separation of breast and plate. To do dope. Oh, y'all bring out the worst in me. That's terrible. Separation of breast and plate. I enjoyed that one. Thank you. All right. I still think Alexis did a good job. It was scary to see possibly what lies beneath. That's another movie reference. Oh, I'm stupid. But yeah, I thought she was good for the most part. I just didn't want to stare at her in that scrotum sack that she wants to call a breastplate, possibly an uncircumcised penis. Isn't that what it's giving? It's like the bulbous of the head. I don't know. It's I don't know. Something's happening here. Darian Lake's accent kept going in and out of struggle, but I still was laughing at her because she was funny. And when it did hit, it was right. But that accent went out, you know, quicker than somebody. Oh, never mind. Oh. What was her thought process behind looking like a rotisserie chicken? Like, I have to ask Alexis this question. Like, you look like Kroger's rotisserie chicken, but like the bag that got put out too early, so you know the chicken's gonna be dry and it's just not give you what you want. Damn, I need to go to Kroger's when they actually put those out because I was trying to get a rotisserie chicken yesterday and it didn't happen. I had to cook chicken last night. It was still good though, but it was like, oh my gosh, I'm doing too much. I'm doing too much. I know. Let me keep going. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll take a drumstick. See, at certain angles, we see it and it's fine. It's like not that crazy, but child. Michelle Visage shows up to see what her chest used to look like. Ooh, that was rude. I didn't mean it that way. You know what I'm talking about. She got a breast reduction. And saying, thank God I made the decisions that I've made here. It was a funny little sketch, but then I get right here. Thank you, Crash, for the super chat. Alexis said, would you like that original or lemon pepper? See, now I'm hungry. Darn. Oh, Thorgy could have been inserted in this moment. Jesus, gross. Okay, anywho. Let's get to the runway. I cannot wait. After this video, I'm going to upload my Untucked and this review, and I need to take a break. I have not had a break since DragCon, and my body is starting to respond. Okay, I have not been feeling 100. I still have a headache, and I still got these jokes out. Whatever it will be in Nikki, it's going to be kosher. All right. Category is the Net Gala. The Net Gala. Net Gala. Not Met, Net. N-E-T. N like Nancy, E like elephant, and T like Thomas. For those of you who ever worked at a call center, you know that struggle when you have to spell things to people and you're choosing the right words. And when you say C like Courtney, they're like, well, I don't spell Courtney with a C. I've had someone do that to me before. I wanted to be like, C like. Anywho, first up, Naysha Lopez. Absolutely gorgeous. I think this is a great look and it looks beautiful. It is a little understated for, I guess, all stars like they said, but it's still a gorgeous outfit. So I didn't really find that to be that big of a deal to have that talking point with her. I think more of the talking point should have been on her acting and not the outfit, which I thought was weird. It's like, yeah, it's not like an extravagant outfit, but it's certainly a lot better than what somebody wore in All Stars 2 for the latex look. So what are we doing here today? She looks good. It's a great look, but her performance was trash. That we can all agree on. But she looks damn good. James Mansfield. Okay, I think this is fabulous. It's also really cool for Net, like with the hair rollers bit. And I did find that one ponytail out was kind of perfect for this. I actually liked her presentation on this look, and I thought this was high camp and gorgeous. I thought this was pretty. I enjoyed it. Ooh, wait, Candy. I'm gonna come to you. Hold on. Back. Yes. I was here for it. I was here for this. This was fun. I was like, okay, James, eat. I loved it. Next up is Candy Muse. Candy, do you change your wig for every Untucked? Because I've noticed that you have done that, except for the first Untucked. This Untucked, you took off this wig and you put that other one on, sister. You put the one on for the chat for the RDL Live or whatever. Yeah. So I was like, wait, what happened? I think her mug looks great. For Net Gala, though, like there's netting that's going with the tulle, but it read more as tulle to me. I don't hate the look. I think it's really nice, to be honest, but I didn't get Net Gala from this. I think her face is beat. Oh, that mug. Ow! I love her mug right now. I needed it different because it just, I got tulle versus net. For me, I know it's netting, but I just got tulle versus that. I'm sorry. I wanted to be a bit more literal on the nose with that part, I guess. I don't know. But I like the colors and I do like the face. I think the hair is everything. Everything. I just wanted it to be a different concept for the category. But I think this is I do think it's a good look. I like it. I just was like, it's something different. Hey. So, Kasha, I'm trying to find words. I can't. There we go. It needs a scream. Sister, why do you have two different outfits on? Why do you have two different outfits on? Upstairs is perfect. All of this here, this is like, we're going to enter the matrix in just a second. We're going to enter the matrix in just a second, everybody. Hold on. Wait a minute. From the waist up, you're fine. Downstairs, you give me a secretary who's about to lose their job. Why? The black skirt did it rip? Did something happen, Kasha? Please tell me something happened. God, I hated downstairs. Like that was the only reason that house wasn't chosen on Use It or Lose It, whatever that show is. Keep It or Lose It. I forget the name of that show. Just the skirt. Oh, burn it. The shoes. Why? With this, it needed to have a continuation of what was happening upstairs. And I like that the netting with the tulle and all that kind of jazz was it, but it really was like the only thing I could see that gave the netting feel for me. And I love me some Love It or List It. Thank you so much, Opinion Holes. That's the show. It's giving Love It or List It. And this is the house they didn't choose because upstairs was great, but that basement was trash. Is what it's giving. The wig is phenomenal. I'm here for all of this up here. Waist up, I'm in love with. I love waist up. Waist up is fabulous. Downstairs, the home is unfinished. The home is unfinished. It's a fixer-upper, and we can't do this. No. So, I toot and give love and light to the wig, to the waistline. I ask that a possible seance be held for the bottom half of this outfit, and that whatever words are spoken are the day, duet, and the dim balas. We need the power, I beg of you, for a better bottom half. But I think the top is fabulous. Now, Jimbo. Oh, it's so good. Net ball. I need you to understand. Net ball with this look. Not net ball, excuse me. Net Gala. I'm ready for a ball. The ball episode's next week. Net Gala. You need to think about that. There is so much happening in the context. It's brilliant. You're on the net, completely absorbed with being seen and looking and seeing all this kind of stuff. We're always in our phones, this, that, and the other. Perfect sense made. The outfit itself is all netting all the way from the top to the bottom, completely sewn in. Full on. This is full on it. This is it. Okay? Internet, interweb, all of it. This is it. I know some people don't really care. Girl, she is in the Matrix. She took the right pill. This is literally that. She also looks like possibly a horror movie villain, or even very Cenobite-ish, if you really want to talk about it. Like very Cenobite-ish too. Like, so this one's very much based off of, phones coming out of its all that kind of mess. It sits in so many different realms of science fiction. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. It is so science fiction-y. It is just nasty. I live and breathe. It's like Hellraiser meets The Matrix meets I'm gonna do it again. Love Robots. Was it Love, Sex, and Robots? Jimbo's mind is very much in the realm of what I like to see on my television screen after 1 a.m. in the morning. Very much that. Interesting. Now, Jessica Wilde. I want this outfit. I want it right now. I want it right now. I want it right now. This is a piece of cake look. This is a piece of cake look. You if you didn't like it, I hate to tell you, I would wear this for filth. I would wear the fuck out of this outfit. Like, like when I saw this, I was like, now that is cute. Like, that is cute. And I love the shape. I love how it has the butterfly nets in the enclosures. When I was a kid and I went to the Houston Museum of Science, there's this enclosure they have for butterflies out there, and it was my favorite thing to go to. For those of you who live in Houston, you know what I'm talking about. As a kid, that was my favorite place to go. I'd sit on a bench. I wear red specifically because butterflies are attracted to that color, and I wait for butterflies to land on me and take pictures as a kid. So, like, I want this look so bad. The hair. This is Pisa energy. Oh, I was like, Jessica, oh my God, I'm inspired. Chi Matt would look like for real. I was inspired. I was like, this is fucking key. This is a key. It looks expensive too. Like, I love all the details. Her makeup is flawless. Jessica looks so good. Get into this body, y'all. Ooh. Oh. Wow. Wow. I want this wig. I want it now. So pretty. Sorry. Oh man, I love it so much. It's so pretty. Oh my God, I've missed. Wait, cannot see. Oh Lord, I have some super chats I've missed here. My apologies. I'm going to read them now. I want to take this off screen so we don't confuse who we're talking about here. LJB, I could not with Alexis neck foreskin in this breastplate. Thank you for the super chat. Crash, Alexis said, would you like that original or lemon pepper? I got you. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just making sure I catch these. Jay McCullough, James' look for this runway was her backup look because the original tour when traveling, she created the entire look via her YouTube video. That's crazy. I love that. Go ahead, James. Winona Beauregard, Jessica consistently proving that she was James' true competition on season 2 before her elimination, an elimination based on her language barrier. Well, child. Let's see if that happens this season. I know she made that point in front of RuPaul, but I was like, girl, let me find out. We get to an episode where they're going to need her to speak. And all of a sudden, Michelle, I had a hard time understanding you. We don't. How come we don't? I never have a hard time understanding Jessica Wilde. Like I always get upset and frustrated with that. And y'all know I'm terrible with Spanish. But like as far as hearing someone speaking, even with the enunciation and the diction, I understand her completely. So I understood what she was saying back in season 2. I don't know. Does it? Now, Heidi. I want to know if you were doing a Jinchuriki moment from like Naruto or like Hidden Leaf Village before you're doing a Shadow Clone Jutsu, but when you did this part, were you referencing everything everywhere all at once? I didn't know if this was Chupaki, or this was this Jinchuriki from like Naruto Shippuden. I didn't know what you were doing because you did the hand movements, and I was like, sister, I don't know if this is supposed to be Naruto the anime, and we're about to like fuck it up, like real talk, or you were giving me, one of my favorite movies of all time that ever happened, period, like happening now. I was like, oh, okay. It's Naruto. I assume from the outfit, because if you think about it, look at the outfit. It gives... I thought this was fabulous. Okay, so let me explain something to you why I like this too. Remember how I had my feelings about Katya's look with the pants and how it's that blend of masculinity and femininity in a look, and it like really reads. This is what I got from Heidi's look. The gaps on it is brandable, understandable, and it could be seen as a lot, but I'm happy she did it, so it just didn't seem like a lot of black mesh. Do you know what I mean? Like there was something that added a little camp to it, but it fit her like she was about to go fuck some shit up with a bunch of ninjas. You know what I'm saying? I fully got where she was going. I am trying to see, though, if this is going to be a reality for every look, that there is going to be a mouth with a tooth situation on it. I'm okay with her branding. Listen, I'm okay with her branding. Clearly, I'm okay with her branding. Look at the way I'm holding it. Influencer. But I liked this look and the hair. The hair is fabulous. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. It's so giving me very like it reminds me a little bit of what was the Rocky with the Russian guy who was like a giant that he had to fight or whatever. It gives me that time frame era tease or whatever. Very late 80s. I enjoy it. I like that. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yes, Adams. Next up is Lala Ree. Who is she? Let me do this first. Okay. Lala. I'm like, she says she pads, but I'm like, I didn't know you pad. Sister, low key, give me a corset. I will eat a silhouette. Y'all have seen it in person now. I didn't have a corset, but if I did have that corset on for my drag performance, oh, the bahoo. Okay, because this also inspires me because low key, I want to give a look like this where it's just a silhouette down and you just see nothing but the hip going in. I was like, ooh, I like this. I thought this was hot. Yeah, she said she pads. I was like, really? I was like, girl, it looks very natural. I was shocked. I was like, it looks like that's supposed to be you. Go ahead, bitch. I thought if you're going to do something simple and effective, this is the way to go because the sleeves are a little bit are big and it sort of gives you that extra feel. I did like this from Lala. I did. I enjoyed this. I thought it was pretty. Pretty look. Now, Kahana Montrese. I would say it's more than just your win from last week would have made me want to keep you there. Does that make sense? Because looking at this, now that's the body, right? This would make me want to keep you here because this is a severe look. Severe. If I'm looking at Naisha and her in the bottom based off of looks, I'm like, no, we keeping Kahana. If I'm going off a track record, I'm keeping Kahana. Do you see them two? You had two things working in your favor. Fire. Gorgeous. Please get into this cape moment. I was trying to catch it at the right time because I wanted to get the little bit of the back of the cape too, along with the inside lining of it. Baby. It is if ooh. It's very that. Oh. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. No complaints. None. I love it all. The full bit. Top to bottom. None. I have nothing to say. Everything. Darien Lake. I love this outfit. I did. She's a basketball, and then there's the hoop with the net. And instead, I thought, oh God, please don't tell me she's going to hold this up the entire time, which she didn't do. I enjoyed this look. I did. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was a great concept, especially because of how it like hung on the shoulder to go on top of the dress. I think the dress is also really well made too. I lived. I thought this was gorgeous. I was like, oh, that's cool. I liked it. I thought it was kitsch. I thought it was cute. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I thought she looked good too. But yeah, I just thought it was, I found it to be kind of an interesting one. I was like, oh, Net Gala basketball. She said nothing but that. I thought that was hot. I was kind of here for it. I said, go on, Darien. Woo. Yes. Not nah. Yes. Okay. Next up is Alexis Michelle. Now, if she went back and started crying over this shit, I would have been pissed. Alexis. Now, you must have took that comment about your taste level back on season 9 to heart. There's netting all over it, babe. There's literally netting all blended into the entire look. It's just not severe for you to see. It's very small in the details. It is literally all throughout the dress. All throughout it. Like whoever made this dress, if it was Alexis, whoa. If it was somebody else, I need your number and I need a discount because I know this was money. This had to be money. This is gorgeous. Oh, the silhouette. Oh. Ah. Ah. Ugh. Oh. I see the comments, Daryl. I'm not paying attention to nobody. Everyone has their own way of feeling about an outfit. I thought this was successful in its dues. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all didn't like it, that's cool. Say like the other one, I get it. This was puss for me. I would have wanted something like this, honey. Now, what I would have done different for the naysayers who say there was no net is I would have done like a piece of netting over the face and done a different hair. But I kind of like that she went this way because it's very classic. It feels so pageanty. It feels like she's top 4, like very that. God, it's gorgeous. Oh, I want it. I want it now. I want it now. It's so pretty. I want it. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? A little net piece over the eye just to give it a little bit more of a runway feel versus just the full pageantry. I think would have been more of like a way to really get it where it needs to go. But I want this goddamn dress so bad. Alexis, this is perfect. This really is. Whoever you talk to, whatever y'all were going through with the design, bravo. Bravo, sister. Bravo. I mean, it looked heavy as hell too. Ooh. The hair, Lady Snubble, right? Ah! You see how she didn't have to paint her forehead black or brown to give you hairline? Alexis has a full on, like it is, baby, in. It is in there. It's in there. I'd love to go grab my wig right now and just put it on for y'all, but I have these nails on and I feel like it's going to fuck it up, but I'm just not going to do it. I'm just not going to do it. I'll put my wig on for the next review. Or maybe try to do a quick beat for like Sunday's review or whatever. Maybe. I'm still like working on it, so it'll be rough. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do it. Anywho, tops and bottoms of the week. It's a clear top 3 and a bottom 2. The top 3 being James Mansfield, Jimbo, and Heidi N Closet, with the bottom 2 being Kahana Montrese and Naysha Lopez. James Mansfield, that is 2 times you've been in the top. You haven't been safe once. You've been high safe twice. I need you to recognize how James's entirety for season 9 was like, out. Like, very that. Twice you've been the top. Go in, James. Go in, bitch. I was like, okay, she's fighting. She is fighting, girls. They better step up. Okay, little Miss Mama over there playing in your soup. Ty, I absolutely agree with this sentence. I was going to have my moment with this. I agree with your statement. Sorry, my fingers are sliding because, I am working with nails here today, y'all. But I think that Kasha would have had a conversation today had she had a better look completely. I think I would even argue that James probably would have been safe. Oh, hear me with this. Would have been safe had Kasha, because James was good, but there was only one time for James to shine where Kasha had 2 parts where she went with Candy first, and then she also ended up in the skit with Jimbo and Jessica Wilde. That is due for a conversation. That's due for it. That outfit, though, hell no. The lower half, not the top half, the lower half. Talk about she wanted to read children's stories upstairs, and then she wanted to take them to the basement and give them a black phone situation downstairs. Y'all know what movie I'm talking about with Kevin Bacon. Shit was weird. Ghost calling people on the phone and stuff. I didn't understand that. Then all of a sudden, he figured it out. I'm glad that boy got out there, though. I was nervous. Listen, Jimbo is ready to do some things today because we know they can't lip sync. I love you, Jimbo, but I'm waiting for the moment when you actually are going to give me a little something, or they give you a song where it actually works for you. But I haven't seen it yet. I haven't. I don't know what it's. I haven't. Okay. I just want to stand up real quick, if you don't mind if I do. Oh my goodness. Oh, I did I get this shirt at DragCon? Maybe I did. Maybe I did. My good friend, one of my favorite people in the entire universe. I love you, Pangina. You know I do. Happy I got to see you at DragCon again. This is one of my favorite people in the entire universe. Such a kind soul. The full work. My good friend, Miss Pangina Heels, everybody. Drag Race Thailand judge, UK versus the world. Untucked was hilarious with her. Untucked was hilarious with her. An international scandal. Oh my goodness. Hilarious. I was like, oh, this is perfect. And I'm like, whoever did this, that was a plotted plan. Like, I don't want to be the one to say that this was like all set up to go, but girl, this was a plot. Like, this was a plot. Come on. Like, she just so happens to be there that time. And Pangina, come on. I was like, now. Now. She just so how really. I still say congratulations to Jimbo for winning this episode too, because they were really good. They were good. I enjoyed their character, and their runway was everything, but it just seemed so like now that would have also Mateo, it seems like for the producers, if Jimbo had been in the bottom, how perfect this would have been. Or whether he be in the top to lip sync against her, because we know their track record of lip syncing against each other. You feel what I'm saying? It's like either way, it would have worked for so many reasons. It's like, because God, if they sent Jimbo home that day and she, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Anywho, shout out to Pangina. Love you, sister. Do we really need to talk about this? This shit was so funny. How could you, Rue? Jimbo was spooked. Bitch, I would have really have loved to have been in that brain whenever that had happened. Like, wow, they played me. She said, I'm not winning no money today. I'm not winning no money today. Look at RuPaul. Proud of you. She said, gotcha. I wonder if this was before or after the tongue-tied episode. Pan, I gotta hit you up and ask you that question. I wonder if this was before or after, because I know they filmed that. Well, they filmed this after DragCon last year, so they went to go film this literally like a couple of days after DragCon. And I wonder when that tongue-tied episode was done. I wonder. I need to ask questions when I see people again. That's interesting. Sheba Cyndi Lauper is the song. I mean, what are we gonna say, y'all? Pangina ate her up. And I thought Jimbo was fun to watch, but like Pangina ate her up. Alive, like ate her alive. And it was like, okay, I mean, we knew this was going to happen, but it was just fun to see Jimbo, of course, having fun on stage, because that's what I assumed they were doing, was watching their favorite lip syncer lip sync while they were just walking around the stage and trying to get into their shot. And since Pangina is so nice enough not to kick off one of the audience members, that's what happened. That's literally what happened. Jimbo is low-key at a bachelorette party at a drag show, and Pangina is performing, and Jimbo's not part of the act because they're on their 7th drink. Definitely wasn't as awful. But Amy, dare I put on some heels right now and give you an example of what I saw from this lip sync? I might have to do that for the panel on Sunday. I'm talking about this bitch was... was like, what is she doing? I said, well, she's on B at least. She's not falling over nobody. But yeah. Mm, 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 mm. This part was hilarious. I was like, what is Paige? I thought, I swear to God, if this baby literally pops out a baby, I'm going to lose my grip. I was going to lose my grip. I was really going to lose it. I thought for sure there is about to be some plastic baby that flies out of her at this point. I just knew it. The way she opened it so slowly too, I was like, God, there is something about to slide out and I'm not ready for this. Why is this happening, God? Why? It didn't happen. She did a little bump, and it was really great. But I was preparing for the worst, girl. I was like, oh my God, please, Pangina, don't pop out a baby. Oh God, I can't. At the end with the laugh, it was, come on, Pan ate her up. Ate her up. Pangina won. It's now going to be $30,000 for the lip sync next week. That is twice in a row that a lip sync assassin has taken out somebody. I have a feeling that this season people are going to be getting high amounts of money for their lip syncing. If you get 10K, damn, you should have won the next week. Okay, there is money on the line. Everybody, Pangina and Jimbo are hugging. They did the little air kisses. Please stop attacking Pangina for doing something in a competition show where there's money on the line or possibly a record deal, this, that, and the other. It's a TV show. They have to make these decisions. It's going to go down. It was never that deep to begin with. I thought the internet was weird. I hated they attacked my friend. I talked to her personally about this. I hope this was enough because Jimbo came out also and was like, chill, y'all. Like, it was they did way too much during UK versus World. I thought that was crazy. So many people were angry over a show that didn't even have a cash prize. Like, you were arguing for Jimbo to get a record deal, not lies, like a single. I'm yes, bringing it up. Like, y'all really did all of that for UK versus the World. No coin involved, none. Life change? No, not. I mean, title holder for sure, but Naysha was chosen by the group. The majority voted for Naysha. A few voted for Kahana. I feel bad for Naysha Lopez because I know she wanted to prove herself. The Fame Games are still on. Damn, I forgot to do Monica's look. Remind me, somebody, later in the week to make sure I get Monica Beverly Hills look for the panel on Sunday when we talk about all 3 episodes, because the panel Sunday is going to be a big one. We're going to do an all 3 episode run. Briefly talk about episode 1, go runway. Episode 2, runway. Episode 3, runway. Boom. And then for me, catch the review for episode 3 on Saturday. So if it comes out Friday, we have all day to watch it Friday, and then Saturday afternoon, I'll be doing episode 3, and I'll be doing the remaining episodes on Saturday afternoons. Cool? Cool. Okay. On to Untucked for episode 2. Candy, the producer Muse, is back here asking questions and getting answers, as well as giving us a good narrative for what's about to happen. Of course, when Jimbo comes back and says that she won, Candy, were you surprised or was this good acting? You were surprised or was this good? I have to ask you, was this a surprise? Or was this good acting? Like, I'm asking. I want to know. Because, like, you kept that face now. It reminded me a little bit when Mistress Isabel Brooks came back from winning that lip sync and everyone just stared like, what? Really? Are you sure? Like, really? She's just sitting over there. I think she was acting. I know she wanted Heidi to win though, because he was saying that Heidi was the better one, but Jimbo had won, right? Now, it was sad to see Kahana and Naysha go through it because, Kahana, this was like PTSD for her since she went home on an acting sketch sort of challenge like this. And when Naysha, she has a lot to prove. I mean, she's the host of Roscoe's, for Christ's sakes, and all that. And everybody's been wanting her to get back on the show. Naysha's also improved as, in her drag in general. Everyone has. Everyone's built themselves up. They've worked their asses off for this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's, again, another reason why I don't want eliminations for All Stars, because of stuff like this. Hey, Eric. How you doing, friend? I was going to message you, Eric. I need you to send me more of the pictures because I don't have all the pictures that you took from your phone when I couldn't pull mine out, friend. I need all the pictures from DragCon, Eric. Everyone give a shout out to Eric. If you notice, he's tagged in a couple of the photos that I was in. They were my bestest friend. Well, they're one of my good friends for sure. But like, honestly, through DragCon, this was my like ride or die for the majority of it. Since Chris had his own group of friends to hang out with us, he was not hanging with Triple. Broke my heart. Then again, I was really busy doing drag and shit. So. These nails are brought to you by the House of Milan. They're in the chat right now. In case you're wondering where I got, don't look at this, Pinky. In case you're wondering where I got these nails from, bam, there you go. They're acrylics. And they give, honey. 400 plus in the room. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. It's a Monday. Happy Monday to you. If you're on the playback crew, thank you for tuning in. If you're across the pond, all my love to you. Thanks for tuning in. Let's go. Soulful Dog, I mean, it's not like they'll get paid for their opinions on me. I get paid to be silly. But also, let them be. Those people, I wouldn't want to be miserable, but some people like it. Pangina, that was so funny. An international incident. Like, what? Pity Knowles. Nature has been on 5 episodes and eliminated 3 times. Yep. That's the truth. I'm not trying to think too deep about that to hold on someone's head. Did Tyra Sanchez tell her that when they were tweeting back and forth? Did you see that? Since y'all want to be funny, did you see that shit? I said Tyra. I was like, girl, you just got back in. She said, I had heard of particular guitar. I said, oh, they're still going? Really? They're still going? If this isn't the perfect way to campaign for a winter season for Tyra Sanchez to pop back on the show, oh please, that would be that, honey. That would be something. That would be something. Okay, I'm going to get back to the episode. This is a lot. Because you're a star, baby. Candy, I pray for your skin. I know Heidi's got good genes and also babes, baby, but I would never take a potato titty that's been sitting on someone's breasticle and put it on top of their... I would never do that. There has been sweat and other things in there. Now, you must know that you have 3 layers of Sherwin-Williams paint on your face for you to touch your skin like that with a socked puppet of potato proportions. Hot potato indeed. Hope your skin ain't hot after this. No shade, Heidi. I was just like, I would never. That's been sitting on that breasticle all day. Ain't no way. Like, Candy. I wanted to be like, ow. Don't do it. Someone get her some Cetaphil right now. I wanted to go ahead and end it with that little light note for the Untucked, y'all. Hope you had a good time with me today talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 8. We did All-Stars 8 episode 1 of Untucked. We got into episode 2, the entire review for that episode. And we also did as you know, Untucked for 2. I'm caught all the way up now. I'm caught all the way up. So that means Saturday, like I said before, we'll be doing the All Stars 8 episode 3 live review. It'll be in the afternoon time. So we'll have that to enjoy. And we'll, of course, talk about Untucked as well as the show. And then on Sunday, Jamar will not be with us because Jamar is going to be working that day. My friend is a producer on a show. We should know this by now. Very successful he is, even though some of the girls online think he's boring. I don't know why we're picking and fighting with people who aren't even making videos and content. That's so weird. Either way, he won't be there, but I know Dooley will. I think Blake and C. Diggy will be back in town by then. We're going to have a very long conversation. We'll be talking about episodes 1, 2, and 3 of All Stars, getting my friends' opinions on in there. Fozzie was a bear. Thank you so very much for the super chat. I love how Rue basically said Pangina is coming back. Rue said she's welcome back anytime. I would recommend RuPaul bringing her in to an all-star season with the rules that I put in place. No eliminations. Because we were robbed of Pangina giving us all those looks on the runway. It would have been something to something to something to something, honey. I'm praying that Pangina comes back in competition format. I'm King. I'm not going to knock on that because that is something that is a conversation that has not been confirmed fully yet. That has not been confirmed fully yet. It's not. But if anything, I'm really sad that she didn't win UK versus the world because they could put her on a winner season. But give her a season when maybe the girls can't vote against her. Or something. I don't know, man. I'm just like, oh, Pan is too good. She's great. That's my bitch. I love her. So that we like to party lip sync was everything. Something like that. Something like that. Something like that. Listen. I hope. Hold on. I hope that I lost my point. I've talked too long. Yeah, my battery's out. My battery's gone, y'all. My battery's gone. Listen, what I meant to say is I hope y'all had a good time with me today talking about RuPaul's Drag Race All Stars 8. I hope that all of you have a blessed and wonderful, beautiful day. I hope that whatever happens tomorrow or the next day, that it goes in your favor. I hope that you don't have any bad days, bad dreams, bad lighting, or anything, okay? Give yourselves a hug from me. Make sure that you take care of yourselves both mentally and physically, like I'm about to do right now. I will be off the next 2 days, so if you want to find me, I'll probably be playing some PlayStation 5 or possibly playing this new Zelda game that came out. I haven't decided if I'm going to buy it yet because I'm waiting for Street Fighter 6. But I'll be taking a break. I really got to take a break. I'm out. I'm gone. I'm tired. Be on the lookout for the reaction on Patreon. I'll be posting that tonight and probably Untucked tomorrow in the morning for sure. I got another super chat here. I want to give some love, baby. Love. Donna, Pisa killed it. Thank you, baby. When I watched yesterday's live and saw you mention my favorite local queen, Adriana Sparkle, I screamed. 2 of my favorites meeting is everything. So Donna, I actually found, okay, so I'm going to give you a little tea. I know that you messaged Adriana Sparkles. I know you did. I know you did, because that's my bitch now too. So thank you for doing that, Donna, because you don't know, like Adrian's a new person in my life who I'm very appreciative that helped me out in that sense, and I have a lot of respect for them. So when I saw what you had said, I saw it. I was very touched. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that we can share our love for Adriana together because she's excellent. Okay. Amazing queen. Amazing. And I'm indebted for her forever. Okay. Over getting my base face together and really just telling me. She taught me a lot in just a couple of minutes. I'm like, damn, if I had spent more time with her, I don't even know what else I'd have learned. I'd have learned a whole lot of shit. Hopefully I get to do some work with her again soon and she paints my face fully next time. Honey did a great job as well. Of course, my mama did a good job, but I was always like, I wonder, I need to go through everybody and see how they paint. And I just want to see what is just really, I don't know. I'm interested. Anywho, we'll have some different series on the show. You'll see very soon. Trust and believe. But other than that, I'll see you Thursday for Drag Race España. I will see you Friday for Bad Boys Texas. I will see you Saturday for All Stars 8 Episode 3 and Sunday for the panel. If you're on my Patreon, just look out for reactions. Yellow Jackets is still coming. I got to watch that episode. I'll probably watch it on my little off time and just record myself for shits and giggles and then post it. But yeah, I'll be right there. Once again, shout out to House of Milan for these nails. They're gorgeous. Look at that. Look at the details, y'all. Gorgeous. Imagine. Hello. Gorgeous nails. Look them up on IG. Beautiful, beautiful work. I love these so much. I'm so happy I finally got to wear them. You could see me wearing them. Okay. I'm so happy because I felt bad when I had to pop them off before my show, but I was not about to have a nail. Watch. See, I wasn't about to have a nail fly off during the show. I just wasn't going to do it. I just wasn't going to do it, sister. I wasn't going to do it, okay? Because you could get no wham. Oh, my God, she's dead. Like, I'm just going to talk. But thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button if you would for me, please, y'all. Hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Become part of this Rant Pack family. Drop a tip in my jar if you feel like if I did a good job today and you just want to show me some extra love. But that thumbs up is for free and super importante for this channel, as well as you getting in the comment section and taking those surveys, telling me I'm doing a good job today, okay? Crash, thank you for the tip on Cash App. Cheat sheet. My bad, baby. Crash, you tipped me earlier. My bad, baby. I was reading too much. Cheat sheet for your great reviews and recent grand stage debut. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. I will see you Thursday, and you'll see me on Patreon for the rest of the week. So you already know what's up. Take care, everybody. I love you down. Love you down. I'll see you for the next one. Bye.
Listen. Yeah.